Welcome back to Wikinews.
In the world of Americana music, where stories of heartbreak and resilience are spun into gold, we've lost one of our truest voices. Todd Snider, the sharp-witted troubadour whose songs captured the raw edges of life with a wink and a whiskey burn, has passed away at just 59. His death, announced just yesterday, comes mere weeks after a harrowing night of violence and vulnerability that left fans reeling and the music community in collective mourning. It's a story that unfolded like one of his own dark ballads, full of chaos, pleas for mercy, and a heartbreaking twist no one saw coming. Todd Snider wasn't just a singer, he was a poet of the underdog, a vice president of the abrupt change department, as his friends so perfectly put it. From Nashville dives to festival stages, his tunes like Talkin' Seattle Graceland Blues and D.B. Cooper made us laugh through the tears, reminding us that even in the mess, there's poetry. But on November 1, 2025, in Salt Lake City, that poetry turned to prose of pure survival. Hours before he was set to take the stage at the Commonwealth Room, Todd was brutally assaulted outside his hotel, beaten, robbed, left with a gash on his head so deep it needed staples to close. Staggering to safety, he made it to Salt Lake City Regional Hospital, where doctors patched him up, but the night was far from over. What followed was a scene straight out of a fever dream, captured in chilling detail on police Bodycam footage that's since gone viral, breaking hearts across the internet. Disoriented from the attack, his body aching and mind foggy, Todd refused to leave the hospital. He just wanted a place to rest, a corner to curl up in because every inch of him screamed in pain. But when staff turned him away, assuming he was just another lost soul on the streets, things spiraled. He cursed, he yelled. Frustration boiling over from a man who'd been violated just hours before. A security guard claimed Todd got in his face, spitting out a threat, "I'm gonna kick your ass." And in that moment of raw desperation, the cops were called. The body cam rolls, and it's gut-wrenching, 44 minutes of a folk hero reduced to pleading for his dignity. There stands Todd, staples glinting under the harsh lights, voice cracking as he turns to the officers, "I'm not homeless. I live in Nashville. I have a band. I'm famous." His words hang in the air, a mix of defiance and defeat, as a nurse explains the mix-up, suggesting a shelter nearby. But Todd begs, oh how he begs, for mercy, for just one more chance to go back inside, to escape the cold night that felt like it was closing in. "Please," he says, eyes wide with that vulnerable fire only he could muster, "I need to go back to the hospital." The chaos swirls around him. Conflicting stories from staff, the weight of misunderstanding pressing down on a man already broken. Officers cuff him for disorderly conduct, threats, and trespassing, leading him away as his voice fades into echoes of what might have been. Released before dawn on his own recognizance, he slipped back into the shadows, canceling his tour and heading home to heal. But healing never came. Back in Hendersonville, Tennessee, what started as whispers of recovery turned to gasps for air. Undiagnosed walking pneumonia gripped him fast, his lungs betraying the storyteller who'd sung through so many storms. By November 14, he was fighting for breath in a hospital bed. By the 15th, he was gone, slipping away quietly, leaving behind a legacy that's already flooding social media with tributes that capture his essence: hilarious, devastating, profoundly human. Friends mourn the one who'd distilled everything down to its essence with words and song, while fans clutch their vinyls a little tighter, wondering how the world keeps spinning without his turn of phrase. Todd Snider's final chapters remind us how fragile the line is between the stage lights and the street lights, how one brutal night can unravel a life. As we grieve this folk hero, let's honor him by listening closer, laughing harder, and holding on to our own stories a bit fiercer. If this tale moved you, hit that like button to keep the conversation going, and subscribe for more deep dives into the music that shapes our souls. Rest easy, Todd, you told us the truth, and we'll carry your songs forward.